Hello, it's Ben again. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna be continually blowing the microphone, as one might say, for a little while. But yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of meditation. I figure I might as well cover the how to be spiritual, truly spiritual. Um, Again, might as well do a recovering of it. Um, Realistically, to be truly spiritual, you need not. You don't need the books. You don't need to know how to do all these things. You don't need to know how to put out a flame with your mind, and you don't need to be able to do cloud busting, anything like that. It really doesn't matter. None of that really matters in the end. Spirituality is much more beautiful. It's much more understanding. Truly, it's an understanding of people and understanding yourself as much as anything, but understanding others just the same. And being able to really love and respect others. It's a way to live and it's a way to really help yourself, you know, um, and help others. In many ways, when you do something good, it causes a domino effect, which is truly a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing because, the more you help others, the more that you help yourself, the more positive you make, the more positive you really are on the world. And I really don't know who all these videos are reaching out to. I really hope that they help a lot of people, 'cause that's my hope. That's what I hope to do. I want to be able to help people, and that's why I'm really, that's why I put out all this time. That's why I put out all this time on YouTube. A lot of people do the same thing, but that's the way it goes. And I think spirituality is more of understanding. It's a lot of things all encompassed in one. But truly, it's understanding of people. It's understanding of more than just the universe and what God is or gods or whatever in the case may be. It's all about really understanding and loving one another. If you learn to do that, it's great. Why do you think Christianity is so appealing in many ways, and why it was so appealing during its time? Because it's one of the really few religions that truly preach to, love one another, truly meant to love one another. Unfortunately, in many respects, it's been distorted. In others, it's very well much kept its true name and kept where it's come from. Why it did what it did. You know, um, Buddhism is a very appealing religion now. I mean, because it's really a thing of love and respect, and you aren't going out to harm people. You know, Buddhism also hasn't had that whole let's conquer and convert everyone. No, they work naturally. They let the world naturally work, and that's the way it's been. You know, um, a lot of the paganistic ideas are becoming a lot more appealing because it's more of a balance and more acceptance. Like a lot of Wiccanism, a lot of paganism, a lot of Druidism, or whatever you want to call it. It's all there's very accepting. You know, it's accepting of all genders. It's accepting of all races. It's accepting of like all different ideas. I mean, it's just the way it works, and that's really the beautiful thing about all these different belief systems. You know, and what true spirituality is that it's an understanding. It's a greatness, and that's the greatest thing about it. You know, I mean, being able to reach out and touch somebody and actually be able to say, hey, this is what's going on. This is how I can help you. It's more than just simply me, because I mean, I know a lot of stuff, but it's more than just me being able to say, oh, this is how you deal with the spirit problem. It's more than just that. It's being able to actually help people, like, and also get them mind thinking. Just like mine has had to think a lot. I think a lot on physics because that's one of the things that interests me. And that's a way that you can truly find spirituality, you know, and you just gotta go with it. That's the way it is, you know. Once you start understanding things, you can't really go back. True spirituality is acceptance and loving of one another. You know, that's all there really is to it. I mean, understanding and the whole meditation and burying yourself and doing away with the filth of life, that's all something you can deal with on your own. That's what you learn to do. You gotta be able to accept it and just deal with it, you know. You accept and you love people more and more, and you begin to just really be understanding, you know. Like you don't go up and flame, you know. Some people, go up and they flame pages, they do all kinds of these really rude comments. I mean, eventually I'm probably gonna get that, which is gonna be sad, but that's the way it is. And what else can you do? You know, you just say, "Oh, thank you. Okay, now leave me alone, Pokemon guy." That's the way it is. I mean, love, respect, you know, that's the way it is. I mean, really, if all people, and I've said this before, if all people could learn to love one another and learn to not really only love, but I mean just simply respect. I mean, that's a more likely goal. Just simply learn to respect one another. The world would flow so much smoother. We wouldn't have the wars and everything else. I mean, and then everything else would just flow more into pace. You know, I mean, I try and respect people, and I've gotten past. I mean, once I had a lot of prejudice, a lot of prejudice. Now, not so much. I try not to be. I mean, yes, I realize that's human, and it's human nature, unfortunately, to have some of these ideas and have some of these, you look different, you think different than I do, that's bad. That's natural. But accepting the problem is the first step to a cure of an addict, in a way. In a way, we're all addicted to, sort of negativity and that sort of hatred and prejudgment. And, I've learned to accept it and I've learned to deal with it. That's led me on a very good path. You know, a lot of really good friends I've met because of it. And different ideas these and different cultures and everything else. I mean, I've had to learn all that from a very young age. I learned all this acceptance, and many of them have learned acceptance from me as well, which really is a beautiful thing if you think about it. I mean, the fact that I can touch somebody, there's obvious, honestly. That's the way it is. So, I mean, can you ever think of some time that you've really touched somebody's life? You know, and you remember how well you felt when you really did that, when you really made a difference for somebody? I mean, I'm not just talking about like helping someone on the street, although that's good. That's good. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, like, actually help somebody and touch their life, giving them a better reason to be here, I remember a few times, and that's really helped people, and that really get that good feeling that you get right here. That's good, and that's a good feeling, and I didn't get anything in return. I didn't expect anything in return, but realistically, it's always been a good thing. If you can remember times that you've ever really done that, ever really been of that much help to somebody, you know, can you think of a better feeling? You know? Well, really, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, and then of course there's always the easy things like the greed, the all that. And those are of course very primal things. To put it in a Buddhist sense, it's the lower chakras, it's lowering yourself. It's putting you down to dirt, in a way. Um, and I'm not saying that I'm not guilty of it, And even some of the most spiritual people, probably at least once in their life, guilty of it, We're all guilty of it at some point. is learning to overcome it and be truly a given person. Now, there's a point where you give too much, but I'm talking financially, not of yourself. You can give too much of yourself and bind yourself too much to another person. I've seen this happen. Won't say who, but watching my video right now, so it's okay. Um, but love, and as I've found, is one of those things that you can really just it's totally a renewable resource. It's taken me a while to learn that. And, I've learned that from Kim. She watches my videos. She's my girl. I learned that. So, and then simply kindness. That's a good thing to give. You know, I mean, like for me, I'm flat ass broke right now, at least. You know, but I'm thankful for what I have. And I'm not gonna be able to give like to charity. I can't. But what I can give is simply words of wisdom, things that can actually truly help a person. I had a good conversation with a guy just today. And that's why I've been kind of inspired to do so many videos. Because, I mean, it just got me thinking. I'm like, yeah, all these things. Good, good. I should talk about this. Um, and there's a couple other things. I might do another one tonight. I'm on a roll, man. Uh, but yeah, just inspiring and all that. It's all good. And it helps not only yourself. I mean, not only makes yourself feel good, but it helps others. And it helps others do the same. And, if you continue this, the world will be a better place. No doubt about it. Don't be negative. Keep it living, okay? Keep it living, keep it real. Don't get yourself killed. Alright, guys. I guess I'll talk to you later.